Hello there, boys and girls. Welcome back to the Bilbao Revival. Welcome back to the channel. And today is the last episode of Season 3 in Bilbao. And we've got a lot to catch up with. So we're just going to get straight into it. So let's go into the schedule and see what we've done since we last met. So we last met at the Basque derby, Real Sociedad, the 4-0 win there. We followed that up with a 2-2 draw away at Sevilla, so a very, very good draw against against the team that is in the top 10. Iñaki Williams scoring a brace. Very unlucky, really, to be fair, to come away with a 2-2 draw. I think we dominated the game, but all in all, it just wasn't to be. We then followed that up with a 3-1 home win against Barcelona. They tried to go toe-to-toe with us with a 3-5-2, and we kind of ripped them apart a little bit. Ikemonaim, Batista and Intraspe all scoring the goals, and Luis Suarez scoring in the first minute, but wasn't enough to overturn the 2-goal deficit there. We then went away to Getafe, 4-0, very comfortable 4-0 win. As you can see here, a little bit of a rotated side. People like Dani Vivian, Sanchez, Carlos Martinez all getting a game. Also Alex Romero getting a game as well in goal. Garcia with a brace, as did Carlos Martinez. 4-0 winners there. Then a disappointing home draw against Granada. Very, very weird game. We dominated the game. I'll just show you the match stats. Dominated the game, as you can see. 22 shots to their 4, but only 4 on target. So we just weren't clinical enough against Granada. They really didn't offer up anything at all, but we just couldn't get the job done, unfortunately. A couple of injuries as well in this one. Raul Garcia and Odriozola picking up little knocks. We then went to Atleti and we beat them 2-1. Carlos Martinez on the 71st minute and Herrera from the penalty spot on the 78th minute. They led very, very long from the 13th minute. Antoine Griezmann scoring for them. Very, very iffy forward line, really. Intraspe 6.9, Batista 6.4, Williams 6.5, Munayin 6.8. So we had to change it all. We went two up top, brought Ikemonayin into the middle, Martinez and Franco both up top, and they paid dividends for us because that was the game that won us the league. That was the game that made us retain the title in La Liga. We'll show you the table. We'll show you the table in a second, but a really good 2-1 win, and say that made us win the league. We then followed up with a 2-1 win against Malaga. Iñaki Williams and Mikel Perez, our young 18-year-old attacking midfielder, because of the injuries for Raul Garcia, Unai Lopez is out on loan. We bought him up and actually had a fantastic performance. 2 goals in his 2 appearances, 7.6 for average rating, and all in all playing really, really well in that advanced playmaker role. Plus he can also play a little bit further back as well and can play as a deep line playmaker, so someone that we could possibly call up for next season. But yeah, Mikel Perez scoring the goal there, and also he assisted in that game as well. And then a 3-0 win against Valencia at home at the San Mamés. Batista, Mikel Perez again, and Unai Nunez all scoring the goals to make it 3-0 and comfortably a really good end of the season, which is what we wanted after that disappointment against Bayern Munich in the Champions League. So this is how the table finishes, or table stands. We are champions, Bilbao champions, on 95 points. With the 2 games today, we can go over 100 points. We're playing Sporting Gijon first, who are at 15th, and Leganes, who are fighting for survival. They need a good couple of points to pick up over the next 2 games to kind of ensure that they're going to stay up, and that we are champions, which is fantastic. 2 years on the bounce. Good to see that the youngsters that we brought through this season have actually just added to the squad and actually played really good roles within the squad and actually filled it out as well. So good to see that, and looking for a little bit of the same going into next season as well. Don't really see us going out there and spending big on any 1 or 2 players, to be brutally honest. We also had youth intake day as well. It was okay. I'll show you the top 3 players that we had, but it wasn't the best. I was expecting a little bit more, to be brutally honest. But the first man out of the hat was Borja Garrido, and he is a wing back. Actually, he's actually a right wing back. Training them there currently. 1-star current ability up to 4-star potential ability. Even if he reaches the 3-star potential ability, he's worth a go in the first team. Needs a lot of work on his technicals. Physicals are okay, actually, to be fair, and his mentals again need a lot of work. But he's only 16, so he will get better over time. We then had Mikel Larenzar, again a centre back, but can also play wing back as well, which I think we're training him to do as well, because I don't think he'll make it as a centre-back in this squad just because we've got loads of good centre-backs anyway. 1-star current ability, 3.5-star potential ability. Again, not the best. Okay, mentals, iffy physical, so they need to be better, and his technicals need to be better as well. So Mikel Laranzar needs a little bit of work. And then finally, Iker Orbegozo was our last man. Not even a current ability, 3-star potential ability if he gets better. Left winger. We don't really use a left winger, so I might retrain him as a left wing back. Some okay mentals, good technique, good agility, but again, it needs a lot of work, and a lot of the players that we brought up needed a lot of work, and that was it for the youth intake. Really, to be fair, not a lot to shout home to. So as I said, 2 games today. First one against Sporting Gijón away from home, and I think we've got Leganés away from home as well to finish the season. This is going to be the team that goes up against Sporting Gijón. Kepa in goal, Martinez, Núñez and Sanchez, the ever reliable back 3. Monreal on the left, Odriozola on the right, Inter-Aspe and Herrera in the middle, Williams on that right flank, Munayin in behind Batista. 33 goals for him this season. Fantastic year for him. Vivian, Balenciaga, Naviera, Sanchez, Perez, Franco and Martinez all on the bench, and we can just have a little bit of fun with these last 2 games. No pressure on us at all. We've won the league. We'd like to get 100 points if we can get there. We've had a fantastic season. They're starting with a 4-4-1-1, and again they are just above the relegation zone, and they really need to pick up probably 1 or 2 points before the end of the season just to make sure that they're not going to go down. Well, let's kick off. It's a square pitch at Gijón, and we're looking for 3 points today. Martinez with the ball on his left hand side, finds Monreal, tries to head it into Munayin, but can't get there, and it looks like they're going to get the ball clear. Moy Gomez, but good tackle by Munayin, Inter-Aspe into Munayin. This is the opening highlight, and Herrera through to John Batista. John Batista's there, fires just wide. Odriozola with a throw in on that right hand side, trying to find Batista, but it's a poor throw, and they get it up to Sandoval, and he's going to drive into the defence, but Núñez does really well there. Great tackle by Núñez, and we try and find the ball over the top to Johnny B, but not enough on it from Sanchez. Gomez over to Alvaro Garcia, into Mosquera back to Alvaro Garcia, into the middle, into the far post, and Ferran Torres puts Gijón 1-0 up after 7 minutes, and not the script that we wanted really. We want to finish these last 2 games strong, going into the post-season and pre-season going into the next year. But Torres, lovely header, headed it the way it came back, and it's 1-0 to Gijón. Odriozola just before the half-hour mark, and this time he finds a throw-in, but that's a poor crossfield pass, and they cut it out yet again. Torres on this right-hand side into Mosquera, into Sandoval, over to Alvaro Garcia again. Been a nuisance on that left-hand side, but Kepa does well to hold on to the ball, and he just launches the ball over to Martinez, into Monreal. Need a little bit of a quicker tempo. We are on normal tempo, but it's just not quick enough for the boys. They're probably already on the beach. Martinez, lovely through ball to Munayin. Munayin into Monreal, finds Batista. Batista's there, and he should put us level straight at the goalkeeper from John Batista, and that miss could cost us. Talavera into Mosquera, 5 minutes before half time. Sergio's picking that ball up, and he's just taking his time. That's a poor pass, and Iñaki Williams gets onto that. Batista, he fires wide again, and Batista's form of the early season hasn't come through to this latter part. Hopefully he'll score a goal today, but Mosquera with the ball again. Moy Gomez into Sandoval. Sandoval taking it on the outside. He goes really well, but hits the side netting, and I think that might see us until half time, and some harsh words are going to have to be said to really kind of rally these boys, because they're not playing particularly well at all. Just got aggressive with them, show me something different in this second half, and hopefully we can do it. Munayin into Herrera, and Herrera back to Munayin, and Monreal's got loads of space over there, but we can't find him, and that's the end of the highlight. Right, I'm going to do what I did against I think it was against Valencia or against Madrid. I'm going to take Martinez. I'm going to take Williams and Batista off for Martinez and Franco. 2 advanced forwards there, and then because Munayin's not having a great game, I'm going to bring Perez on, and he can see what he can do in the final 25 minutes. And the 3 youngsters are on, and hopefully they can save us at least a point. But we've not played well at all today. It's probably because we have already won the league, and the boys just don't want to play at all. got a little bit more direct, going attacking, coming off fluid and going on to flexible. But nothing has worked in this game against Gijón. This is the last chance. Interaspe, but the referee's blown. Gijón have beaten us 1-0 away from home. We've absolutely dominated this game again, but not being clinical enough. I think John Batista with a 6.2. Awful performance. Not the way we wanted to finish the season. Going to get aggressive again with the boys. That, simply put, wasn't good enough tonight, and I want a better performance against Leganés in 3 days' time. So, last game of the season, and it's going to be all changed after that really disappointing game against Gijón. We've got Kepa in goal, Martinez, Núñez and Dani Vivian's come in. Marcos Sanchez a little bit, not 100%, so I'm going to pull him out. Monreal and Odriozola on the wings. We bring in Sanchez and Naviera in the middle for Interaspe and Herrera. They're on the bench. Perez has come in for Iker Monain, and then we've got Martinez and Benito Franco up top. As I said, last game wasn't good enough. This game needs to be better. Changed it around a little bit. Hopefully these young boys can come in and do the business. First highlight goes to Leganés, and their left wing back has just tried to find their right wing back, and he finds him. Josselu's in, and Josselu scores. Camaro gives a lovely through ball to him, and Josselu, ex-Newcastle, has put that ball into the back of the net. We concede again first, and it's a lovely switched ball from the left wing back to the right wing back. And Josselu, lovely first touch, first time out of his feet. Kepa, no chance. 1-0 Leganés, 20 minutes gone. Corner, Franco over to Naviera on the edge, goes into Perez. Perez shoots, and he shoots just wide. First half hasn't gone to plan. These 2 games at the minute haven't gone to plan at all, and we need something a little bit different. These young boys haven't come in and done what, well, they're young players, and say some of the older players aren't really performing at the minute towards the end of the season. Again, going to get aggressive. Come on, lads, show a little bit of desire. Go out there and finish this season on a high. Franco with a corner, into Naviera again. Can he find someone in the middle? He does. He finds Perez. Perez shoots, rebounds off his own man, but Martinez closes him down, and that's a penalty. Munoz takes down Carlos Martinez. Who's going to take it? It's going to be the youngster that steps up. Martinez from the penalty spot. Can he put us back in this game? Yes, he can. Lovely little finish down the, I think it was down the middle of the goal. 10th goal of the season for the youngster. And let's see this in 3D. Martinez, yeah, just little dink down the middle, straight back into it in this second half. Some changes need to be made. Perez looking a little bit tired, so we'll bring Monain back on. Franco not having the best of performances, so we're going to bring Batista on. He can do the business in that. I've changed it up to a defensive forward. I just thought I'd give a little bit of difference up there rather than 2 advanced forwards. 25 minutes to go, 1 apiece, and changes have been made. Monain whipping that ball into the far post, and Vivian is there. 2-1 now to Bilbao. Complete change around from first half to second half. Lovely header back in from Martinez to Dani Vivian on the far post, and it's 2-1. He was absolutely free, no one's there, and 2-1 now, 20 minutes to go. Game has changed on 6 punts. We go out in winning ways. Good to see. I'm a bit disappointed in that Sporting Gijón game, but we got a win in the final game of the season against Leganés, and that has relegated them to Segunda B, to Segunda Division. And all in all, good performance from us this season. 98 points. A bit disappointed we didn't get the 100. 98 points, and fantastic to get the La Liga title for the second time in 2 seasons, and looking very much forward to the next season and what it brings, and how these young players continue to grow and continue to adapt to the way that we play. John Batista missed out on Player of the Year in Spain. Pablo Piatti got that, unfortunately. Last couple of games, John Batista didn't really play that well, so probably hindered himself there. But second place in the Spanish League Player of the Year, fantastic to see. He also got second in the top Spanish goal scorer as well. 22 goals for him this year. 1 goal behind Yaro Morales. Kepa got a second again, so 3 seconds. Kepa with a 7.09 rating. So Bernardo got a worse rating, but he won it for some reason. Don't really understand that. I won the Manager of the Year award, which is absolutely fantastic. And then some of the players in the Player of the Team of the Season. So Kepa, Monreal, Sanchez, Martinez, Herrera. No Batista, Monain and Interaspe all on the substitutes bench as well. 8 players in the team of the season, which is just goes to show that how well some of our players actually played. As regarding ratings and stuff like that, so the average rating, John Batista with a 7.42, Iñaki Williams with a 7.33, Martinez with a 7.28, Ander Herrera with a 7.22. Goal wise, Batista was the main kind of line share of it, 33 goals in all competitions. Benito Franco with 12, Munoin with 11, Iñaki Williams with 10, and Martinez with 9. And then with the assists, Iñaki Williams 22 for him, 10 for Nacho Monreal, 8 for Munoin. Probably expected a little bit more from him. He played a lot more football this year than he did last year. Batista with 6. Balanzega with 6, and Raul Garcia with 6 as well. So the whole team really kind of chipping in with goals and assists all over the place. So here's some end of season awards. Iñaki Williams wins Player of the Season, 34% for him, 29% for John Batista, Martinez 24%. Goal of the season was John Batista against Espanyol. Odriozola was our signing of the season, but he was mainly the one signing that I signed. And then John Batista wins Young Player of the Year. Season review, as you can see there, lost in the first knockout round against Bayern. Winner of the Spanish League, lost in the 5th round against Barcelona, and we won the Spanish Super Cup at the start of the season, beat Real Madrid there as well. And that really brings this season to a close. We will be back tomorrow with Season 4. At the start of Season 4, we'll bring you everything that happened in pre-season, and I don't know when we'll be back, probably for the first Champions League game. Really going to be focusing on the cup competitions, the Champions League and the Spanish Cup, just to see if we can get any more silverware out of this save up until FM19 does drop. But if you have enjoyed today's episode, please do leave it a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new and you don't want to miss out on any more content coming to the channel. Remember to tick that little bell icon so you get notifications on when the videos drop in your sub boxes. And until next time, when we bring you Season 4 of the Bilbao Revival, I'll see you soon.